Guys, what's up? It's your boy Crypto Marco yet again with another awesome video on the topic of cryptocurrencies. The currency where your friendly bank employee from around the corner told you to stay away from because he said that stocks are a better option. And in this video, we are going to talk about Monero, the cryptocurrency that is supposed to be the most anonymous one, I'm very sorry. And before we get into it, I just wanted to say thank you very much for being on my channel. I really appreciate you being here and investing your spare time into learning something about cryptocurrencies. I know many people prefer to watch television or play video games. As a matter of fact, as you can see, I also have Steam on my computer, so I'm also playing, but there's also some work that has to be done. So thank you for being here, and as a token of my appreciation, I am giving away once a week a small sum of money in the form of Bitcoin to everybody who's liking, subscribing, and commenting under the video. So if you have something to add, a nice question, nice feedback, or just something nice to say, just add your Bitcoin address underneath the video and you have the chance of winning a little bit of that magic cryptocurrency. So I hope you like it, and I hope you will like the video and learn something, and let's get right into it. So what is Monero, and should you get into it? Should you still invest in Monero? Well, basically, if you don't know Monero, their landing page, getmonero.org, explains it pretty well. Decentralized cryptocurrency, you have heard it 1,000 times, secure, private, untraceable. Monero is fungible. So fungible, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's the word for when something, you can trade something really well. So for example, gold is not very fungible because you would if you would pay something in $10, you would have to give somebody some gold dust to have enough gold dust value so you can pay them. But when something is fungible, that means that you can trade it really well, so that you exchange it really easy. And untrackable, that's something where Monero is unique at, because it's supposed to be extremely anonymous and secure and untrackable, and we're gonna get into that later because as you know, maybe some of you know, while with Bitcoin it's not possible to know what person is behind a certain address, you can trace Bitcoin back and see how much somebody has in Bitcoin. So that's not a big problem when you don't have that much Bitcoin by your name. But if you're somebody who's like having a lot of cryptocurrency on your account, that can be dangerous, and that's where Monero comes into play and wants to do that a little bit better. What I like about Monero and a lot is that they actually have a Moneropedia, so everything related to Monero, you can read it up here. So that's something where I give the developers a thumbs up. Of course, they have like their social media. Ricardo Spongi, also known as Fluffy Pony, who's like, he's not the CEO, but he's kind of the face behind Monero. So it's this chubby friend right here. I don't want to get into his Instagram account, Twitter account, but I think like a Monero cat, I must say that's pretty cool. That's almost like enough reason to buy it, right? So I'm here on the Wikipedia page on Monero, and the part about privacy here is something that's really interesting. So Monero's blockchain protects privacy in 3 ways. Ring signatures enable the sender to hide among other transaction outputs. Stealth addresses hide the receiving address of the transaction, and Ring CT hides the amount of transactions. As a consequence, Monero features an opaque blockchain. This is a sharp contrast with transparent and traceable blockchains used by Bitcoin. Shots fired. Thus, Monero is said to be private, optionally transparent. Monero has 2 sets of keys, called the view key and the spend key. That's not important right now. So what I like is that here you have a nice graphical representation of the ring signature tracking, how Monero works. But to be honest, I'm not a programmer, so I don't know like all the logic behind it and how it works exactly. I think it's more of a nice visualization on how it works, like for the dumb people like me, for example. But what you can do with Monero is, for example, when you're sending something from one address to the other, and then you have like a little chain of Bitcoin addresses, you can use Monero to cut those chains of addresses, and then you're not traceable anymore. Because I mean, Of course, if Monero is really that anonymous, nobody can tell if it's unhackable or not. That's only what the future can tell, but that's one thing where Monero is really good at, like being really anonymous. So when you buy Monero, sending Monero, really, it's really hard to track you, or maybe even impossible. But as I said, I don't want to pretend like I know something that I don't know. I'm not a programmer and I don't know how that works. So always do your own research and see what every cryptocurrency can do. By the way, I have also many videos on other currencies. You're gonna see some info cards right now. So if you're interested in that, check them out. And also, if you like this video and have learned something, I would really appreciate a like, or if you subscribe, that would be great. So we're here in the cryptocurrency market, and as you can see, the only thing that's like losing right now is pretty much NEM, but of course, more importantly, Bitcoin. So as you can see, steep incline followed by a steep decline. So it surged here, and then the SegWit got canceled, and Bitcoin pretty much went nowhere. But as you can see, Monero doesn't care. Monero is right now in a really good spot, looking kind of not caring and surging up there. I'm gonna open up CoinCheckup right now, because on CoinCheckup you have a little bit more information than in CoinMarketCap. And of course, CoinMarketCap is always being a bitch when you want to make a video. Now we're talking. So went from 104 to 122, like in a matter of a few minutes. It looks like pretty steep. But as you can see right here, if you would have invested in Monero from the beginning, you would have had a return of investment of 4,000%, which is almost as much as Bitcoin, but not as much as Ethereum. As you know, Ethereum had 10,000%. So, and in the last 7 days, Monero also gained a lot of value. So right now, it's a smart thing to invest in Monero. And of course, we're having issues with Bitcoin because SegWit 2 got canceled, but I think that over the time, Bitcoin will stabilize, but Monero will be a very interesting alternative, simply because it's security features, that it's hard to trace people when they use Monero. You can't, when you're paying with Monero, you can be pretty sure that nobody knows what you paid for, who you paid for. Everything is very anonymous, and that's like one of the biggest selling points for Monero. So should you invest in Monero? In my opinion, view it as a long-term investment. Currently, I don't hold any Monero tokens, but something I should get involved in probably. And in my opinion, buy them when they're getting low again, because right now they're at the peak. But buy them and keep them and see what you can. I think you're gonna have, in the long term, you're gonna have a good time with Monero. So thanks so much for sticking through until the end. You made it, my friend. I hope I somehow explained to you what Monero is, what it does, how it works. If you have any more questions, just put them down in the comments down below, and I'll get back to you. Try to answer as many questions as possible. If you like the video, leave it a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. That would be really, really, really great. And I hope you're gonna have a lot of success in your trading, and that you stay healthy and fit, and your family stays fit, and that your love life is prospering. I hope that everything is going great for you. And don't forget to enter the raffle by commenting with your Bitcoin address, so I know where to send the juicy cryptocurrency. So thank you very much for watching, and see you until next time. Bye bye.